No, well, some of those guys, I have a bit of Schadenfreude right now with some of them, like Brian Williams and Bill O'Reilly, lying about their war records, and O'Reilly trying to claim he was standing outside of the Moritz Schiltz house when he committed suicide before he was supposed to testify before the House Select Committee on Assassinations. I mean, if we've been able to get these two figures, how many others are there like them that lie about everything?
What about Brian Williams? What's your view on him? I mean, when he came out and tried to say, I misremembered being hit by a missile when he was an hour and a half actually behind it. I mean, that is just an insane lie.
Yeah, I mean, who?
That's like saying I was in the fertilizer plant explosion in the town of West Texas that's 100 miles away.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, the thing is, poor Dan Rather got run out of the business because he happened to have told the truth. Look, of course, some of the evidence was problematic. It was
he had about 20 pieces, and we know Karl Rove spiked one piece of disinfo.
Yeah, so there's the corporate media for you. They promote the ne'er-do-wells, the people who make up stories, and those who try to report the news are shown the exit. The exit door. Anyone who I'm going to predict right now that I think in 2 years there will no longer be the half-hour broadcast evening news shows. I think they're just ridiculous.
Do you think Brian Williams will be seen as the bellwether mark point in which the dying dinosaur media finally collapsed into a rotten heap?
Yeah, I think NBC will probably be the first to get rid of its nightly news, followed probably by ABC.
Well, CNN's already segueing out to cooking shows and travel shows.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, and MSNBC does the lockup shows on the weekends, and even the Weather Channel, we get Coast Guard guys in Alaska. What is this crap? See, that getting back to the internet and net neutrality, that's what I would hope that the internet doesn't become that kind of garbage. But I think there are people with the Hollywood crowd and the music industry would like to turn the internet into a reservoir of garbage like we see on cable TV today.
But we can see the metric of what they call conspiracy news. That means anything that doesn't fit with the official narrative. It's what's growing. I mean, I don't think this is something they can get rid of. I don't think that if they were losing the info war 4 years ago in Hillary's words to Congress when she testified, I think now we're really hurting them bad.
Well, I try to regulate the internet. I keep my backup. I have my old Woodstock manual typewriter. I'll just start doing my stories on that and send it out by snail mail.
Well, we know the Soviet Union got crippled by people with fax machines handing out printouts just saying the government lied about this, the government lied about that. That's why everybody should always have an arm of their media operation that's low-tech.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if they ever shut me off or anything, I'll launch an initiative, people door to door, to put handbills up everywhere so fast they can't stop us.
Yeah, I want to. I'm actually thinking about going to some garage sales and antique stores to see if I can get those old mimeograph machines I used to have when I was back in grade school and junior high.
By the way, I'm sure you saw that Germany and Russia are actually buying typewriters for their super secret communications, but the big secret is France already uses underground pneumatic tube for anything considered secret.
Exactly. I wouldn't be surprised to see a lot of countries going back to we used to use those in the military, even in the intelligence community, called bunny tubes, where you put your messages in these pneumatic tubes and send them from one building to another, one room to another.
Yeah, my dad, strangely enough, when he was in France, wanted to get a tour of the SURs, but it's not the actual SURs, it's the old, 500-year-old ones, and because it was a big tour, and he went down in them, and they were like, and I was like, what's these tubes? They go, that's for secret communications. He just said they were just scores of them. This was like 5 years ago.
Yeah. They're very effective as long as some clown, as we've had on many occasions, as long as some clown didn't put a banana or an apple in this thing, because you wind up with banana mush or applesauce on the other end.
Oh, so some of the people, even in the agencies themselves, would do that?
Oh, sure.
Have you heard about this epidemic in federal agencies of people crapping on the floor?
The phantom crappers. What if
they did that in the pneumatic tube?
Yeah, we had. We had a lot of funny things show up in the pneumatic tubes. Yeah, well, there were stories. I mean, I remember that back in the barracks in the Navy, there were those phantom people that did such things. But I mean, why do that? You want to, if you want to be crapped on, just turn on CNN and get the latest press conference from the White House,
or turn into Mrs. Maddow or Mr. Maddow. He'll certainly get crap on you.
Oh, I know, it's ridiculous.
All right, I'm sorry for the potty humor, folks. Got to have some gallows humor. Hey, let's take a few phone calls, Wayne.